Here we are at the 2018 AHR Expo in Chicago, and it's been tremendous traffic, really good turnout, really good. So I just happened to be walking around and I saw one of our favorite contractors there, Harris-Dudley from Salt Lake City, Utah. They're kind of a premier contractor there when we do underfloor on that large residential, light commercial, a lot of those second and third homes, ski resorts kind of stuff they specialize in. So I was hoping to grab these guys and kind of say, give me an idea what they think of the show. So anybody want to chime in here with their viewpoint on boilers or air handlers or stuff?
Well, I guess, Dave, the thing that I continue to notice show after show is just how connected everything is. It seems that, whether it be a boiler or a thermostat or now, if you get an alarm on a valve sensing that water's on the floor where it shouldn't be, everything's connected. That seems to be the biggest trend that I saw. Sometimes you see, a little bit of an improvement in a boiler here or there, but it seems that either people want to be connected, or as an industry we want to be connected, or manufacturers want us to be connected so that you can see what's going on in a house without having to show up. You can do trend logging. You can see what's going on with the boiler without being there. And
now, does that work well for you? Because you do manage a lot of properties too. Right after you install them, you tend to inherit them.
That's true. So it does work well for us, where we can monitor the thermostats. We can see what's going on, and we're just seeing improvements over across a broad range of manufacturers, where they are making it more and more connected, down to changing a pump curve on, or not a pump curve, but a heating curve on a boiler,
right.
Doing the trend logging to find out if the homeowner is changing their thermostat, even though they say they're not, stuff like that. So that was probably the biggest thing that I saw.
Right, well, to me it's a small world. It should be a complete ecosystem in a building, whether it be residential, like whatever it happens to be, but the thermostat to the boiler to the zone products to the valves to the pumps, everything, and you should get that information. Like you say, trending is awesome. Being able to go back if there's a problem, I can see, come on, you get the window open, look at this.
Exactly.
And you're not making set point at a temperature or stuff like that, so that's quite a unique stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know, you guys, what did you see?
Well, I thought it was just interesting to see some of these new condensing boilers and how different manufacturers go about making them look good, for one thing, so that the homeowner is proud to have it in their boiler room, and then also to make sure that it's a system that has some redundancy. I saw a boiler over there that I thought it was really a neat idea, where it was a skinny package where it would fit through a door and fit in a small mechanical room, and it had 4 boilers basically inside of one package, and I thought that was a really neat thing for a retrofit for new construction.
Well, think about redundancy, how good that is for problems. Or I was even thinking past that to common parts. If I have 4 and they all use the same kind of burner assembly, same fan, whatever, I mean, by a small set of parts you can service all this different things. So.
Yeah, great idea.
The great thing about coming to this show is it's kind of like when you go to the auto mall. You have so many different varieties of boilers that you can look at and see what they're offering to all in one place, where you're not going all over.
Yeah, like one-stop shopping.
Yeah.
You can compare different products, different manufacturers. Yeah, that's why I'm like a kid in a candy store when you come here. You got to contain myself. Oh, look at this. Neat things. Some outside of your field, just neat to begin with, but a lot of things are in your field or your scope of work. So that's awesome. Wow.
You always get to see the new products that come out, and Taco has some pretty cool products that I just saw. Right, they have over there.
Some of the
leaked technology. I think some of the other manufacturers are coming out with that as well, but that seems to be a pretty hot field right now. I guess maybe insurance companies are driving that possibly?
Well, that appeals to such a broad audience, whether it's a single-family residential home or condos or multifamily. You get a leak, it becomes a liability. So, you know, since we're a valve and pump manufacturer, it only made sense. We make the valve, why not integrate and extend that a little bit further?
Exactly, and it's something that not only shuts the water off, but lets somebody know that the water's been shut off and you need to do something about it. So I don't know how many houses we've gone out and fixed problems later where, you know, the plumbing repair is kind of minor, but the damage done by all the water is huge.
Yeah, Serve Pro or whatever, not to say a name, but you know what I mean. They love that, you know.
Yeah, they're making some pretty good bank off of somebody else's misfortune. So.
Well, it's like the $10 little puck that buzzes. That's great when somebody's home, but it doesn't do anything, you know. If you didn't hear it or know about it, you know, so it's better to take action. And they give you the notification. Yeah, exactly. That's our belief, totally.
You know, and I think your ECM motor technology is pretty exciting. That's, you know, the wave of the future. To be able to, you know, do the same amount of pumping with a lot less energy. You know, it doesn't seem like much when you're only talking about one pump, but on the big scale of things, that's, you know,
it's like LED lighting or something like that. It all adds to this, you know, the efficiency part of that. And actually, I was enlightened here. I was here yesterday for the press kind of thing. We have it 9 o'clock in the morning. We invite them to talk about, and the president and the owner give a little talk and stuff. And just saying that we have ECM up to 30 horsepower, which I personally was not aware of. You know, so that's amazing in itself. From 40 watts, like a small recirc pump, all the way up to there. We got the new, again, not infomercial, but 1900s series over here. That's ECM, and some of the base mounted stuff. You know, it's just, I was even enlightening for me, who's closer to it, you know, what's happening and what's going on. That's really neat. Now, I have another question. You know, we talk boilers because that's our mainstay. You know, really, you're in the market, you know, that's what we do. Is there any other technology, heat pumps, solar, anything do you see growing? Is there any trend that would be in your market, applicable in your market, or is heat pump not a practical solution? Or
we're seeing a little bit of heat pump technology coming in, but certainly, you know, we hardly see any solar hot water anymore.
Okay.
And then with the loss of some of the tax credits, you know, some of the geothermal appeal has gone away.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, one thing I'd like to mention is that part of the reason that we end up coming to the show year after year is just renewing friendships and relationships with different manufacturers, different friends in the industry, and you know, sometimes one friend goes from one manufacturer to another.
Yes.
It's a tight-knit group. And,
yes, it is.
It's always great to see, you know, our friends at TACO and throughout other manufacturers that, you know, the scary part is you start to think about it, and you've known some of these people for 20, 25 years, possibly even longer. So
we won't mention that, but anyhow.
We won't mention that, but you know, it's great to see old friends and be able to see some of the new technologies and some tweaks on some old products that have been tried and true for us, and then you know, just little improvements sometimes make a big difference.
Well, to me, kudos to Harris-Dudley for actually bringing people here and you know, getting everybody to see it's not just the owner or the principal or whatever out here. We get other people here looking, touching, feeling. Everybody has a different viewpoint on things, and plus they're in charge of different things. So I just think that's a really good thing as an organization for you. You know, to bring these guys, let them see things and do all that. That's awesome in itself.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It's kind of a refreshing viewpoint, you know, from a contractor, you know, in the Salt Lake City area, and they try to come to these shows all the time to keep up to speed on new products and things. And like I say, hope it was informative. Real refreshing to hear guys out there looking and trying to stay on top of the market.